Hello everybody and welcome to the first Phoenix Squad Brutally Honest Review. Today we're going to be talking about Star Wars Battlefront. I am FS for Jow, along with my sister who is also FS for Jow. And we're also here with...
JSK.
Bang! JSK. Right, so we're going to just get straight into it. Star Wars Battlefront. Jay, tell me what you think. What are your thoughts on the game? When you first played it, what did you feel?
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
It lacks a lot of things.
Like
a campaign, for a start.
a campaign would be good.
Would
have been good.
really good. But I think the multiplayer is pretty balanced. They've done it
I think
well enough, I think. Apart from maybe DLCs.
I think that's always an issue but with EA games.
That is definitely.
There's always too much going on with the DLC. It's too much based on the DLC. When I first played Star Wars, me and you, Jay, we played that game for what, like
A lot of
time. I mean, we've probably sank about 40 hours into that, and that was just the initial 40 hours that the game was out.
Yep, easily.
But since then, we've kind of stopped playing it. And I'm a bit annoyed at myself that I actually bought the season pass for the game, because I think EA are just pure lazy with stuff like that. It's like they could have easily put more maps and more content in that game.
100%.
But I feel like rather than it just being, oh, we've came up with a new map since the game's been out, it's more about like, let's just heavy bleed people dry. I mean, we've already cost them like fucking 50 quid. So let's just make more DLC.
Pay money to keep playing the game.
Exactly. To keep it interesting. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Pretty annoying. So what do you think, Ken? What are your thoughts on Star Wars Battlefront?
I quite like Star Wars Battlefront.
Star Wars Battlefront's good.
I prefer the ones for the PS2.
Although the originals are never going to be better. The originals are just too good.
I never played the originals.
You never played the originals? That's weird, Jay. That's so weird. I don't agree with it at all.
Maybe.
I really disagree with that. But no, I feel like, I mean, I don't really want to go into like an overall, do you know what I mean? We're not going to finish right there, but I agree it's a good game. We had a lot of fun playing that game. Like, we spent so long playing that game. It's quite easy to get good at. Sorry.
The Battlefront for PS2 had a bit more of a campaign. And
there
was sort of missions to play.
And there was like intergalactic, the intergalactic conquest, which was like a totally different style. But they did say kind of straight off the bat that wasn't going to be a feature in the game. But I think that kind of set it off on a bad foot anyway, because I think EA, when they said they were going to remaster this game, it was always going to be difficult. Because you're talking about a game that to so many people is a classic. Both games are classics. Like, usually when for people that have played the original Battlefront games, know how good they were. So it was always going to be difficult for EA to bring it back. And in that aspect, I think they've done well, because I think it stands up against Call of Duty and stuff like that. You don't think?
That's debatable.
Really? You don't think it could be like a series of games, but?
Oh well, it has been renewed for I think it's like another, so.
No, it definitely could be a series. Definitely.
But you don't think it's
2 or 3 more games.
But you don't think like the gameplay is as good as like it is in COD and stuff like that?
No. There's no too much they can really change with the gameplay though. Well, if there was another game, I think it would just be different settings and different maybe characters and stuff like that.
I like that it's adaptable for people that play more like Call of Duty, so you can play it in first person if you're more into Call of Duty.
No, definitely.
Third person for gears and whatever.
I think that always had to be a feature. I think they always had to do that. Because it was again something for the originals that they just couldn't take out.
I definitely wouldn't have spent the time on it that I did if I had to play it in first person.
No.
If I never had the option to go first person, I wouldn't have played it.
I'm pretty sure when it was first coming out there was a lot of rumours that it was going to just be in first person. I'm sure about it. I'm almost 100% sure that there was loads of rumours like that. And I think genuinely that if it was only in first person, I don't think I would have played it.
Really?
I really don't.
I'm not really a huge fan of it is like the fact that people that had EA access go out or run maps like 2 months before everybody else. Which obviously is good for everybody with EA access, but then everybody that doesn't have it is left to try and catch up with all these maps.
But that's what I mean. That's
don't know. Do you know what I mean? It's like
that's
they
just
essentially
EA.
had the beta to these 2 maps
well earlier
for 2 months. When all these people are going to try and catch up. And all the Jabba the Hutt contracts that you only get without overrun.
Gives you more weapons.
So potentially these people are getting beat purely because they can't afford the DLC.
but that's
which isn't very nice.
That's what I mean about EA, but like they reward players that spend more money on the game, and I guess you could argue that that's like alright, but that's alright if it's a free to play game that you don't need to pay any money to play. Then it should be based around how much DLC you buy and things like that, how much money you're willing to spend, like it's kind of pay to play. But that isn't what Star Wars Battlefront is. You pay a lump sum and everybody should get the same game. You know, I'm not saying that EA Access shouldn't come with certain features and things like that and extra things, but I can understand why it would really put people off. Like,
really, what is the point in EA Access now?
I know, but
as much as it feels good to have an advantage over other people when you're playing online,
it can be really annoying on the other side.
It can be really annoying on the other side, and I don't think it's very fair that, like, depending on how much money you've got, you can be better or worse at a game. Like, everybody should sort of start off.
Aye, level field. Aye.
You shouldn't be able to pay to be better at a game. You should be just better at a game.
Aye, that's what I mean. Like, unless it's a game like that is free to play, that when you don't need to pay it to actually get the game, you're paying for like new weapons and things like that. Then it's a different story. But I feel like Star Wars shouldn't be like that, because as I say, you pay a lump sum for Star Wars, so it shouldn't be a case of whoever pays more gets more out of it. Do you know what I mean? Is more rewarded for that. I think that's shocking. But I don't know. I like the game, but the same kind of complaints that I've got with pretty much every EA game is that it's all based around money and how much you're willing to spend in game. Like FIFA, like so many other EA games, where if you don't have the DLC, it just gets so boring. It just gets so boring. I stopped playing that game after spending a lot of time on it. When I was playing it, I felt like I was never going to stop playing it. But now I'm just bored. I just can't be bothered playing it anymore.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's arguable. I still enjoy the game, and I think I only bought the first DLC.
Aye.
I think I did. But I still enjoy it. I wouldn't say that I would sit and put 2-3 hours at a time into a game like I used to.
Aye, I guess that's natural with every game, but
aye. But I do still enjoy it for what it is.
I enjoy it for what it is, and I think you've got to say overall, EA they make good games. Like, it was to actually try and remake that, as I say, it was always going to be difficult, and there were always going to be people upset about it, because you're talking about a game that, as I say, the majority of people that were playing games when the first two were out loved their games. They were incredible games, so it was always going to be difficult for them to like try and remake that and try and make that like as special again. You know what I mean? Try and recreate that, but I don't know, I feel like there was definitely a lot of things they can improve on, which is why I'm kind of excited that it's going to be a series, because I think the second Battlefront is going to be really good. They're going to have made a lot of improvements, but the only thing that worries me about it is that I kind of hate EA, so I kind of hate the fact that it's going to be another series, because it's just more money for them, and you know that the same things, the big issues that we've got with this game are still going to be there in the second one. In other words, it's going to have a lack of content when you first get it, it's going to get really boring, and then you're going to basically feel forced to buy the DLC, or else there's no point in having the game, and it kind of feels like a waste spending 50-60 quid on it. I feel like that's never going to change with EA.
There's like, for example, if you play Supremacy,
aye,
a really big version of one of the normal maps that you would play on Drop Zone. So I suppose like even switching game modes helps a bit sometimes as well. But if you only like the one game mode, you will get bored.
Aye.
With Drop Zone, you'll cycle through
every map, and then that's it. And even with the DLC, the map pack, the DLC that they've had out, it's only like one version. It's only like 3 more maps. It's not even that many more maps. Obviously, I think it's more than that, and I'm sure somebody will let me know in the comments. But
I've only seen 2 maps.
It just feels. It just. I don't know. I feel like I get what you're saying about the fact that if you change the game mode, the maps are different, but they're not really different, because it's the same map. It's exactly the same map. They've just cut bits of it out, or added bits of it in. So again, I don't know. I like it as a game. I think it's very good. I had a lot of fun playing Star Wars. I still do, but my issues are the same issues that I've got with FIFA, and that it's just it's all centred around money, and it's so obvious as well. It's not that they're trying to hide it. It's not even as if they put in a lot of effort, because if they'd actually made a campaign, you know, and tried to do something a bit different with it, I would have respected that. But I don't think
a campaign would have been really good for that game.
I think they just played it safe as well. I think they've seen how big a risk it was doing a game like this, and then they've said, right, so basically what we'll do is we'll just take Battlefield and just put a skin in it.
Aye, that's cool.
They never took many
And
risks.
I never liked Battlefield, so it's kind of weird that I like
Battlefront. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's something to do with the Stormtrooper or something like that.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I think we've probably rattled on long enough. Don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about the game. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. But again, same problems that I've got with every EA game is that it's just kind of gets boring after a while, because it's really, be honest, every EA game is just a game for a year until they bring out the next one.
Oh, definitely.
So
That's fine.
again, that's kind of my final thought on it. It's a good game, but it's so easy to get bored with, and you're going to need a massive amount of money if you want to really explore and play this game fully. So that's my final thoughts on it. Final thoughts, Stu?
I agree.
Final thoughts, sis?
That was a shite! No.
Right, well, thanks everybody for watching. Please tune in. We're going to have more videos up very soon. Check out the channel, check out the Twitter. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks very much.